folks, welcome to March. If you can believe it, for me it's been a bit of a struggle. It's been a bit of a struggle to do a lot of stuff lately because this weather has just been sucking the life out of me. For those of you who are wondering why I haven't been doing too much on here, it's because this whole polar vortex crap has just been really wrecking everything for me. I don't do too much of anything anymore except work and sleep. I come home in the evening, I maybe check email, maybe put something up on Facebook to remind what few people actually still talk to me on there that I haven't dropped off of the face of the planet, and oftentimes I'll shut down the computer and just fire up Chrono Trigger on the PlayStation 3, playing through the PS1 version of Chrono Trigger on PS3 and stuff like that. It's the PlayStation Network remake of a PlayStation 1 remake of a Super Nintendo game. Yeah. So, it's pretty sad. Some would call it a waste of a PS3, but it's a good game, and I haven't played through it in a while, and I just felt like playing through it again. So, but that's basically what I do for gaming these days. Canceled the MMO subscriptions, don't mess around with any of the PC games. I just play old games on PS3. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm pretty pathetic, aren't I? And this past weekend really showed just how pathetic I'm getting these days, because I've been watching mostly channels on YouTube where people try to eat weird foods and watch people try not to throw up when they're eating stuff like surströmming and Haukarl or something like that, and all these bizarre foods from various parts of the world. For those of you that aren't familiar, surströmming and Haukarl, I should say, I think that's how it's pronounced in Iceland. They're acquired taste foods that represent some of the worst foods in the world as far as presentation is concerned. Surströmming is a Swedish dish that's basically fermented herring. So, if you can imagine some of the stinkiest stinky fish in the world in cans that bulge from the fermentation that continues going on even after the stuff is canned. Yeah, surströmming is pretty much synonymous with you lost a bet and now you have to risk getting violently ill trying to eat this stuff. How did I find out about these weird foods? I was playing catch up on my Ashen's parodies, and then I just typed it into the search box. Like, what's surströmming? Then I found out about all these other foods that are hard to stomach, so to speak. Haukarl is fermented shark meat. That's a delicacy, acquired taste. In Iceland, it's a shark that would normally be poisonous that's left buried in the ground or somewhere, left to rot for a couple of weeks, which gets rid of the toxins to some extent, makes it somewhat edible. And yeah, just type it into YouTube. There's plenty of folks doing like food dares or shows where they eat weird foods and like try not to throw up and stuff. And that's been what I've been watching pretty much all weekend. So when the highlight of your weekend is watching YouTube videos of folks trying not to gag while eating bizarre foods from all around the globe, that's just sad. Then again, this weather around here has just been sad too. I mean, I've had to verbally remind myself, okay, it's not January anymore. The weather still is the same, but we're almost to March. Now we are in March. And we started off the month with some outrageously cold weather, and it's just, yeah. My dad probably said it best. He emailed a bunch of folks in the family, and he said, you know, it feels like Christmas was forever ago, but it just feels like this winter's never going to end, and stuff like that. And I've been pretty tired, too, as well. I'm thinking, okay, so what's the deal here? Oh, wait, that's right. Every other day I've been having to get up early in case I have trouble getting out of the driveway and stuff like that, following the snow procedure, as it were, or stuff like that. So just, it's the ultimate way of winter, just sucking the life out of you when the only break you get is maybe 2 days, 3 days of weather significantly above freezing in a nearly 3-month period. And this is southern New England we're talking about, not Winnipeg, Manitoba, not Nunavut, Canada, not not Yukon or anything, or not like the Yukon territories or anything like that. Or not even, actually no, Alaska has been having mild weather from what I've heard. So they're outside these polar systems that keep sticking over Canada and the U.S. and stuff like that. But this is southern New England we're talking about here. Usually our biggest monster in the winter as far as weather goes is wintry mix. Anytime there's any snow above 6 inches, it's an event. You know, we got all these people around here that don't know what snow tires are, that think that all-season radials really are all-season radial. You know what? These days we've been getting snow. We're going to luck out with this snowstorm we're getting today and tomorrow. But the snowstorms we've been getting I've been observing some very disturbing things on our highways trying to get into work in this mess. So I actually go to all the trouble to actually have real snow tires. Some people would think I was nuts because of that, because they're like, well, no, this isn't Massachusetts, da-da-da-da. That's another discussion entirely, but if I see one more hot shot in a SUV or a crossover with four-wheel drive and summer tires thinking they're invincible on snow-covered highways, I'm sick of seeing this. Last time we got like a bunch of inches of snow, the plows were nowhere close to keeping up. Driving in, taking it easy, creeping up a 65-mile-an-hour highway at like 30 to 35, even with snow tires. I actually had this hot shot in front of me, and yet another four-wheel driver with summer tires wiggling in front of me until he finally just gave up and pulled off the road to wait for the next plow to come by. So it's just, it's not that this winter's been snowy. I mean, we haven't had a giant 3 feet of snow blizzard like that one we had where the governor had to shut down the roads and stuff like that. And there was that picture going around of that lone car on the highway buried up to its windshield in snow that got stuck there in the middle of the snowstorm. We haven't had anything like that. We haven't had anything like Snowmageddon 2011, but it's been just as annoying because decent snowstorm, one after another, and then you got ice, and you got single digits. Psh, enough already. It's March, for Pete's sake. Let's see some March-like weather. Fortunately, we've had some days where some stuff's thawed. Some. Until things brighten up for me, because that's the overall feeling between this and the whole me taking, supposedly the folks at this job want me to stick around long term. They're trying to get me hired on, but this is dragging out as well, just like the weather is. Everything all over the place, just dragging and until stuff stops dragging so much. I think I should probably take it easy with some of this video stuff. Don't be surprised if it looks like I'm taking a break from this, because I'll try to do some stuff here and there, but until stuff stops dragging on and on, especially this weather, it's just, you know, why do bland, uninspired, boring stuff when, because of the weather, when you can actually, you know, just take it easy for a bit and then actually get back into things with some gusto later on and stuff like that. I mean, maybe I'll try doing some spring cleaning a little early and not actually wait until spring to start doing spring cleaning. Whatever spring means these days. I know it usually means late March, but are we actually going to see spring weather in late March? Alright. So, hopefully you folks haven't been bummed out as much. I know the Northeast has had these problems, so has the Upper Midwest, but hopefully wherever you're watching this from, you haven't been getting as bummed out by the weather as I have, and stuff like that. Okay, enough vlogging for now. Till next time, this is Multimedia J, signing off. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, time to get the laundry. And for those of you folks putting up with this crap, yeah, you're not alone. This is so annoying. See you next time, folks.